Hello everyone, it's Helen here with Helen. Thanks for joining me today in the kitchen. Today I'm going to show you guys the easiest, most delicious dessert that I have made in a very, very long time. In fact, this one right here has become a favorite here in my household. So I'm making it now like once or twice a week, and I've already started, but I wanted to share it with you guys. This particular recipe has actually gone viral, so you may have already made it, but I am telling you, it is so good. It is high protein, low carb, low sugar, and it is a cheesecake. And so it has 5 ingredients. That's it, 5 ingredients. So you gotta make it, you're gonna love it. So right now I sprayed my 1.5 quart baking dish with your favorite baking spray. Use whatever you would like. I've got the oven heated to 350 degrees. What I'm using right now, you can use a couple different yogurts, so you get to kind of pick. But right here, I'm doing the Chobani 20 grams of protein, 0 added sugar, vanilla. You guys, this is important because some of the recipes online call for no flavor, like they don't want any vanilla in their yogurt. I do think it makes a difference because I've made it that way, and my husband noticed too. He was just like, I didn't really care for it as much the first time. And so then I started seeing other people, they were like, oh, I started using the vanilla yogurt, and I'm like, game changer, especially if you like it a little sweet, right? And if you're making a dessert, we typically like it sweet. And so right here, you're gonna wanna go with the vanilla, high protein yogurt, 20 grams right here. This container right here is actually, let's see here, it's 32 ounces. So what I'm able to do with this particular container, I'm able to make 3 desserts out of it. So just go from there. I'm not going to measure it out into a measuring cup right now. You cannot mess this recipe up. So if you add just a little less, or if you add a little too much, doesn't even matter. You're not going to mess this up. Trust me. And so this 32 ounce container, I can get 3 desserts out of it. So I just scooped it right already into my blender, boom, into the top. Okay, it was a new container. When I opened it, it's done now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw the lid back on. Okay guys, now cottage cheese. You're coming with some cottage cheese. And this one right here is a 16 ounce container. I am going to use 8 ounces. So I'm gonna use half of my cottage cheese container. Use whatever cottage cheese you like. I like the good cottage cheese, but I've been finding it harder and harder to get my hands on. And so I've just been grabbing whatever, whenever, because I've been making this on a regular now. So whatever's on sale, that's normally what I'm using for this dessert right here. So it doesn't really matter, just your preference, but you're gonna wanna use 8 ounces of cottage cheese. And then you are going to come into it, and I've already cracked them in there, but with 2 eggs. Okay guys, if you look up this recipe online, it's going to say 1 egg usually. That's what I've been finding that people are using. I like to use 2. It mix a lot better, makes it fluffier, it's delicious. So go in with the 2 eggs, trust me on this one, because everything that I'm telling you, I learned the hard way. The first time I did it, I didn't use a yogurt that had any flavor. I only used 1 egg. And so I've had to play around with this a little bit, and now it's like, it's perfection. All right, so you've got your eggs, you've got your cottage cheese, you've got your yogurt. Now we're gonna go into it with a protein powder, guys. This one right here is a plant-based vanilla. It's got 0 sugar, 22 grams of protein, gluten-free, it's Garden of Life, it's raw organic protein right here. So find yourself a good powder. I don't know. This one right here, it's like everybody's loving it around here. So it's the first time we've ever bought it too. So it comes with a scoop. You're gonna use a full scoop of it, boom, right here into the blender. That's it. Okay, guys, that is it. That is all we have. And then after I get it blended, then we're gonna put blueberries on top of it, and then we're gonna bake it at 350 for about 30, 35 minutes, somewhere in there. And then you're gonna pull it out. You're gonna let it sit for probably about, I would say at least 45 minutes, and then put it in the fridge for about an hour, and you're going to have dessert for several days, unless you take it all out in the first serving, which could be done. So I'm gonna give it a quick little blend, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like as I'm pouring. It's gonna get loud, it's gonna get Western in here. This blender is so old, and it is so ghetto. I bought a brand new one just a couple months ago, which I absolutely loved, and it broke. It was like day 2. It broke, the lid on it broke. So now I gotta send it back, or see if I can send it back. That's why warranties sometimes do come in handy. But anyways, this one right here has been around for a minute. It's called the Crush Master, so we'll see, but give me 2 seconds. It's not gonna be too long, but I wanna be able to blend it for you guys real quick. So here we go. don't be afraid, because you're looking at it and you're like, hey, that's not blending. But guess what you might have to do, especially if you have a blender like this and you don't have one of the famous like Vitamix blenders, which you guys is so hilarious, because I had so many Vitamix blenders because I was a coffee shop owner. So you already know I had several of those. And then I ended up giving them away. I think I sold one, and then I just gave them away to the new coffee shop owner. And so then now I'm stuck with this guy, the Crush Master. And so it's not quite as good, but look at just like there. So I mixed it. I come in and I just kind of give my little spoon a little bit of a mix right here. So hopefully you don't have to be one who has to do that. But now once I mixed it back up, now I can come in one last time and just give it one more. And it's off. And we're done. All right, guys. So now I'm going to pour this into the dish. Let me show you. Look at that. So good. Oh, wow. It's so thick. It's like the perfect consistency, you guys. Everything is blended up. It's mixed up perfectly. Wow. And how long has this taken us? Like nothing. I think it's taken us like 5 minutes here. 5 minutes or less, honestly, if I wasn't chatting. So right here, you guys, is so healthy. In fact, it's so good and it's so delicious. My husband, oftentimes he accuses me of not making it healthy. He's like, are you sure you're using the sugar-free stuff? Are you sure that you're using it? I'm like, yes, I am. Okay, so I poured it in there. Look at that right there. Oh, that's the batter, babes. And then I'm going to take my blueberries and I'm just gonna sprinkle them all over the top. Get a good sized container of blueberries, and you can actually use it probably 3 different times, just like the yogurt. You'll get 3 desserts out of like one bigger container of blueberries. And so super easy. And obviously with the cottage cheese, especially if you buy that size, you'll only get 2. So you'll have to get a little extra cottage cheese on hand. And then this protein powder, I haven't even bought a new container, and I've been using it now for like the past month and a half. So it is lasting like forever. All right, so hold on. Okay, I got enough blueberries for one more, and there you guys go. That's what it looks like, and that's basically what it looks like when it comes out, but it's got like this like golden brown around the edges, and like I said, you'll just let it cool for as long as you feel like you need to let it cool, but you definitely are gonna wanna refrigerate it for about an hour, maybe a little longer before you eat it, just because I feel like it just tastes so much better that way. And then you guys, when it comes out and when you've dished it up, you can grab yourself just some regular Cool Whip, or you can get yourself some of the zero sugar Cool Whip and just dump it on top of it. And so that's what's been happening here. And it's a little puppy treat too, because of course the puppies want to come around, and then they get a little pup cup and everybody in the household is happy. Anyways, enjoy. Have a good day. Bye.